To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
I like it.
Hurts comes out throwing. He's taking a shot on his first play. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to take over after the interception. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Pick a play, man.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. Big gain has him across the 40. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time.
Bro, you trying to talk, I can't hear you. Turn your mic up.
Fix your mic. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Ain't no handing that ball off.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Bro, how did I not hit that?
The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
Man, turn your mic on, man.
Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's Dotson on the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
63.
Going to the ground again on first. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 47. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Running down the left side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. And look at this return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nix. Finds a man. Adam Troutman has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Now Nix. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
First down, a run with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
A play fake now hurts to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He put everything he had into this one. Looking for Smith, but it's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Williams. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Josh Sweat making the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos would take the lead with a score. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Brought in by Vele. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Nix from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Nix.
Bro, I pushed y'all all the way back, bro. You still stood.
All the way, touchdown, Denver.
What time did she get off?
The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
6 o'clock.
His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up.
I hope you ain't got no dishes in her room or anything.
You think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is
go ahead and wash him. Hurry up.
They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, Britton Covey. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 1st down, Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's going deep. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. So now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Hurts throwing again. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a
one of the goals.
Downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Come on, set.
Now a give running right. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set, go.
Now a toss running left with Williams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Nicks off the play action. He rolls to his right. That man, it's Marvin Mims. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The give here on 2nd. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
63.
From the pistol, Hurts. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Hurts now on fourth. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got first and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. That pass complete to Goddard. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Hurts looking to throw. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He'll throw it. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Nix with it on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll come up 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos only up by a few. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Back to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Williams. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll try to do it himself. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They go with Williams on the counter. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line. On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
So it's a win for the Broncos. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. One play action. Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Our first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They run again with Harris. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Mike Williams, 67 yards. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fields trying to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Hurts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Here's Fields. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Steelers 8, Eagles nothing.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Here we go.
And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Here we go.
Fields. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
He's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Down the left sideline. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Elliott good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Fields. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Harris running straight ahead and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. 20. 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 46 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now it's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Here's second and a yard.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. All eyes on Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go, son.
Now Fields. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to catch the defense downfield.
Back to throw. Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense.
Philly faithful to make noise on their feet for third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they run with Harris off the option. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here's Fields. Completes this one to Pickens. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
He'll look to throw. This will be, oh no, he lost the football. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in a, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posting with my this say yeah.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Find out. You got 58.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think with those on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off.
Bro, she's doing too much. Like, what is she bringing bags for?
Execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
I'm ready.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're doing a second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Second and 12.
Again, it's Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1.
73.
Another try for Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they're getting nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it. Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Herbert now. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They snap it to Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA. 69 yards. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. That's caught inside the 20. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for Philly. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. And Barkley will try to punch it in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one finds McConkey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert back to the air. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Lad McConkey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it. As
you run too slow. You got to get out.
Down hard at the end. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Up the middle with Barkley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will hold at 15.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
I can't hear you at all. Now.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Hey, what do you keep letting him lock for?
I had to go get something from him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Look at this one.
Down the right sideline, inside the 20, Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Philadelphia.
Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Here's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Will Shipley,
30 yards.
And the Eagles have scored again in this third quarter. Picked up by Deion Henley.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Final minute now in the third quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Herbert. He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer
from 6 yards away.
And the Chargers have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
2nd down and a yard.
Great.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
Looking right sideline.
Maybe I can catch that.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Go, man.
Herbert.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incomplete.
That is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Running right, this is Gainwell.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Great.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The kick by Elliott is good. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, now how about this return?
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert.
He's going to let it fly.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's what it's been like all game long. Everything just a fraction off. Remember, all they're doing here is looking to get into field goal range. But right now, that's a tall task with the way this defense is playing. And with time, a huge factor as well.
Here comes 2nd down. Herbert to throw. That one complete to McConkey.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing, Herbert.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. We've seen some long field goals to win games, and they've got to give their kicker a chance here. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Herbert. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.
You talking about? Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said.